Hey guys, I'm bringing you another modification today for the upcoming Mr. Freeze mech that comes in set 30901, Mr. Freeze Ice Attack. And if you haven't checked out already, my Clayface modification from set 70904, I'll leave a card up so you guys can check that out too. I'll start with what I do like on the original model. I like the chest armor design, and I also like how the ray gun elements are used to connect the armor to the tubing. It really gives you the sense that power is being fed into the suit. I also like how the power source appears to be coming from the back of the mech. The cylinder pieces here give it a nice effect of the power being contained and drawn only when necessary. I don't like everything else on the model. I don't like the fact that he sits up so high. It makes Mr. Freeze look like he's about to jump out of his mech suit. That's probably caused by this new frame chassis mold. It just sits up way too high. This is unfortunate since I was hoping to utilize this piece for other mech type of builds. And since I'm unhappy with it, I ditched it in my iteration of the model. I'm also not a fan of his chicken legs and arms. They're just way too scrawny and definitely need some beefing up. I don't like the preformed hands all that much either. But on a more positive note, the overall proportion of the build is good. Definitely better than the Clayface model, but I still want it to be a tad shorter just to be a little bit more realistic. And as you can see, I tried to retain my favorite parts, which was the front chest armor and the power source pack on his back. I also tried to retain as much of the original design of the feet as I could, just because I thought it was pretty unique. It looks like boots to me, and I thought that's pretty cool. So I wanted to make sure that it looks similar to the original design, but still in scale with the beefier body and arms. So of course I had to scale it up proportionally, and I think it turned out pretty well. It's also very important to me that a complete Mr. Freeze minifigure is able to fit inside. It's also able to accommodate him with his armor too. Both the arms and the legs were beefed up. Credit goes to Kelvin Low on Flickr for inspiration from his Nexo Macy's red mech build. I wanted to make sure that it had big broad shoulders and that the forearms were smaller in proportion to it. I also wanted to make his fingers posable, so I borrowed the design from the Lex Luthor mech in LEGO Batman 3. Even on the ugly side of the model, the back, there are enough details to make it relatively pleasing to look at. I did want to note that I left off the tubing that connects from the ray gun elements down to each side of his torso because it's just a pain to work with in LDD. I also didn't include the bar type of element that's supposed to connect from the top of the mech, which I think is designed to be a restraining mechanism for Mr. Freeze. I'm not sure if this element exists in LDD at all, so I left it off. Overall, I'm really liking this modified, revised version of Mr. Freeze's mech. The stumpy and beefier appearance just makes it look a lot more intimidating. But enough of what I have to say. Please share your thoughts and provide feedback with me and the viewers in the comments below. Thanks, bye.